I think the Abnett Lanning run on Guardians of the Galaxy is the one that's the closest in tone to what we're doing in the film. I mean, first of all, we're using the characters basically that Abnett and Lanning used. And there's something about their tone which is both, you know, humorous, but also, you know, dark in places, very big, but also light at the same time. It's a very interesting mix of tones that I think we do that same thing with the film.
Peter Quill is, when we first meet him, he's a 9-year-old kid watching his mother die of cancer. He's a kid who has kind of been told his whole life that he needs to toughen up because he's got a big heart. And his mother asks him, you know, he never knew his father, and his mother asks him to take her hand before as she's dying, and he just doesn't do it. And then immediately after, he's like sucked away into space and raised by Yondu, and so, who also tells him that he has to toughen up, and so he's been living his whole life trying to pretend like he's tougher than he is, when in fact, like, he's sort of stunted at that moment of when his mother asked him to take his hand. He's like a kid at heart, you know. But he gets free reign. He gets to do whatever he wants in space. He gets his own ship. He gets to eat whatever candy he wants. There's no rules, you know, and so he enjoys that. But there's something missing in his life. He misses his family, and he misses community, and so he's a guy who's like traveling through space, getting to do whatever he wants, and that's where he starts.
I've known Quill since he was an 8-year-old child, and I've been his surrogate father all these years, and so now this kid is like gone on. You know, he's always had the kahunas to do stuff on his own, even as a young kid. That's kind of what Yondu likes about him. He's got the chutzpah and the balls to just make his own mind up and do his own thing, and Yondu enjoys that, and he likes that.
He's the judge. He's the accuser. He's brutal. He sees a very specific kind of justice, and I don't think you have to kind of look far and wide in our society to see those figures, you know, who see you know, it's that patriarch who sees this is the way, you know, this is the side of right, this is the
then you go into this. Then I think after that,
this is the justice.
That's what you're saying, but
And what I love about this character is that he's not only the justice, he's the executioner as well, and there's a brutality to him, you know. I go blue, and then on top of that, we do this great black war paint. It's like a tar painted across my face, which I love because it acts like a mask in a way for the character. And I think about it. I move my face in a different way. But what's great about that too is that it's not the way the character looks. It's the way he wants to look. It's like he's got blue skin, but on top of that, he's painted this fearsome mask, because that's how he wants to present himself to the world.
I was very moved by her being an orphan and being taken violently from her home and being subjected to a life of violence. Therefore, she grows up to be this stealth assassin, but has a heart of gold and really just wants to break away and be free. She's the kind of character that the first act of the movie, you kind of have reservations about what she will mean to you for the rest of the story, you know? She's relentless, she's lethal, she's working for the dark side, you know? And she's not really allowing her cards to be read that freely with the people that she's working with. And then it's not until like the end of Act 2 that you kind of go, oh my God, this girl really just wants to make good, and she has a conscience that she can't really run away from it. They're renegades, they're radicals, they're Rolling Stones, they're the forgotten. Nobody pays attention to them. They're the ones, they're the thieves, the bounty hunters, and the neglected children that just want to get away. And all of a sudden they all find each other, and by messing things up, they end up rescuing the galaxy of total catastrophe. And that's what I loved the most about the script, that it wasn't a typical superhero movie.
Sole purpose in life is to get revenge. It's all he's living for. And just kind of through chance, he hooks up with a bunch of other misfits with chips on their shoulder. And it's kind of cool because at first they don't click at all. I mean, not at all. They're kind of just they couldn't be any more different. They've all got very jaded pasts. They're not like your typical superheroes. But they all, it's just so cool, man, because you see them very separated, then they kind of come together, but then they really blow up and and go their own separate ways. But then they really come back together like stronger ever, and they are formed as a group, as the Guardians of the Galaxy, for the greater purpose. Now they've all got kind of a new purpose in life, and it really translates through the script and through the way James Gunn is shooting this movie. I mean, you really see the characters just turn around, and you see the bond, you see it happening.
I am Groot! Groot! I was so impressed by Marvel in the way that they executed this character. I was just saying, I feel like the execution of this character has gone further than any comic book iteration of it. And just by seeing the maquette, you see that this is a real live, breathing character with a lot of dimension. He's the guy that starts in this movie with, in essence, the quintessential best friend, with his relationship with Rocket, that's complex. And it's interesting how in this movie, even with his best friend, he's learning things about him.
Keep calling me Vermin Tough Guy! You just want to laugh at me like everyone else!
Yeah, for me personally, this is the kind of Marvel movie I'd like to see because it's absolutely fresh. There's nothing like it, that's for sure. I think people are going to be kind of blown away with how unique it is.
I live for the simple things. Like how much this is going to hurt.
It just has a little different flavor. There's a lot of humor and a lot of heart. I mean, it's really, it's very sort of, in some odd way, kitchen sink, drama, not drama, but, relationship story. All the relationships are very clear and emotional, and the stakes are obviously high. With the flavor of James Gunn, it has a sort of comedic appeal to it.
I'm grateful and I'm excited, and I really just hope that we can affect people in the same way that movies affected me as a kid. And I don't just mean kids, I mean adults and everyone, that somebody can go into the theater and experience just a little bit of magic, a little bit of hope. This is a movie about a bunch of losers who think they're bad and realize along the process that they're good, that there's something good about them. And if people can go see this movie and realize that they're like these people, that maybe you're hard on yourself, maybe you think you're a bad person, but you find a little bit of goodness in yourself through watching this movie, I mean, that's the greatest thing you can really hope for.
I love all you guys, and I really appreciate everything you've given to this movie. And honest to God, I really, truly appreciate all of you. It's been a fabulous adventure for me, and I've never felt so supported in my life. So thank you all.